Good afternoon, boys and girls. We're going to look at our social studies lesson for today. This week, we're talking about human environment interaction. And this week, we're going to be learning all about how humans interact with the environment. And we're going to understand how that we can adapt and modify our environment and that through our interactions with the environment that our interactions will either have a positive or a negative impact on the environment. Now, the lesson for this week will include um, the ideas of adaptation and modification and how we can go through those two different processes. I want you to begin to understand that interactions with the environment can be both positive and negative. And this is very important for us to learn and important for us to be able to understand so that we can realize that how our actions impact the environment in positive and negative ways, and that how we should make positive decisions so that we have positive interactions with our um, environment. Now, three questions that I want you to think about as we go through this lesson is what is human environment interaction? How do people change the environment? And how can we help our environment? Now, before we go any further, I want us to look at three important vocabulary words. They are number one, human environment interaction. This is how people change things about where they live to meet their needs. We have the word adapt, when we change how we live to match the environment. And also, we have the word modify. And modify is when we change our environment to help us. Now, your assignment for today, I want to go ahead and tell you about that before we get into reading the lesson. So what you want to do is you want to take a sheet of paper and copy down these three words and three definitions. And for each word, you're going to draw a picture that goes along with it, your understanding of the word. So the first one, you would write human environment interaction and how people change things about where they live to meet their needs. Adapt, when we change how we live to match the environment, and modify, when we change our environment to help us. So I want you to copy down the words, write the definition, and draw a picture to go along with the word. When you complete that, you're going to snap a picture of your completed work and upload it into Canvas to complete today's lesson. All right, let me switch and get us our our social studies weekly up so that we can go over this lesson. Now, as we can see, we're going to be talking about geography and we're going to be looking at human environment interaction. So, human environment interaction is how people change things where they live to meet their needs. People build roads to get from place to place. They use trees to build houses. This is just two examples of how humans interact with the environment in order to change things and bring about a positive change. All right, adapting to the environment. We adapt to where we live. When it is cold, we wear a coat. When it is hot, we wear shorts. So this is how we adapt. We change our physical appearance or we change things about ourselves in order to blend in with the environment around us. So we adapt, we change. All right, positive and negative interactions. Changing the environment can either hurt it or help it. Littering hurts our environment, but planting trees helps our environment. So when people go down the road and they throw trash out all over the road and leave it all over the place, they're actually having a negative impact on the environment because they are polluting our environment instead of keeping the trash picked up and helping to keep our environment clean. Now, while littering is a negative interaction with the earth, planting trees is a way that we can help our environment because trees all different kinds of trees provide fruits, things for us. It provides wood, it provides paper, um, and all different kinds of things. So over time, we have to keep planting trees in order to replenish it. So replenish the earth. So this is a positive way that we interact with the environment. So littering, a negative interaction, planting a tree, a positive interaction. All right. So we talked about adapting to the environment. We talked about positive and negative interactions. Now we're going to talk about modifying the environment. We can modify where we live. This means that we can change our environment to help us. We plant fruits and vegetables and we build houses. So we take these things, we take the fruits, we take the vegetables, we take the wood and different things, and we modify by changing them into a different form so that we can modify where we live. All right. So we can help the environment. We help the environment when we recycle. That's when we take things like plastic containers and plastic bags and jugs and different things like that, newspapers, and we recycle them so that they can be used again. We can turn off the lights when we leave a room. You know, lots of people will walk out of a room and not even think about turning the light off. That's using unnecessary energy. So, one way that we can help the environment is that when we leave out of a room, we always make sure to turn the lights off. These are not things that's going to happen overnight because some habits are hard to break, but we can start making little changes so that we can have a positive interaction and make a positive effect on the environment. So let's read back over this one more time just to make sure that we covered everything. So human environment interaction. Human environment interaction is how people change things where they live to meet their needs. People build roads to get from place to place, and they use trees to build houses. Adapting to the environment. We adapt to where we live. When it is cold, we wear a coat. When it is hot, we wear shorts. Modifying the environment. When we can modify where we live, this means that we can change our environment to help us. We plant fruits and vegetables. We build houses. Positive and negative interactions. Changing the environment can hurt it or help it. Littering hurts our environment. Planting trees helps our environment. So positive, negative. And finally, we can help the environment through recycling and by turning off lights when we leave a room. Those are the ways that we can help it. Now, remember, you want to go back and complete your assignment on today by copying down your vocabulary words on a sheet of paper. And after you copy down the words and the definition, draw a picture that goes along with your definition. Snap a picture with your iPad and upload it into Canvas and turn it in. Also, if there's any other videos for today, you'll want to make sure that you click through the module and cover everything for today. Watch any videos that you might need to watch so that you will be prepared for the lesson on Wednesday. So, social studies, we do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Science, we do Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So, we've covered social studies today. Tomorrow, we'll do science, and we'll be back to social studies again on Wednesday. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson, and I'll see you back again. Same time, same place, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.